Hi, welcome to my gentle exercise video. So this isn't aimed at any particular age group or demographic. It really is for those people that need a gentler form of exercise. So you will need just a few things for your workout today. Some of you might need a chair for a bit of stability, and you'll all need, as an option, some resistance. So for some of the exercises we're going to be toning, and you may feel that for you right now, using no weight at all is the appropriate place for you to be. But you don't have to have any fancy gear. So you could have, I've got some small weighted balls, so you could have tennis balls, you might have, if you've got pets, you might have a couple of balls that you can use. Tins, I've got peas, but I'm not going to use those because they're my favourite, they're garden peas, and if I use them they'll end up mushy. So you can use anything like that. I today am using hand weights. Okay, so whatever you want to use is entirely up to you. It's really important, as with any kind of online workout or training video, exercise video, that you need to be sure that it is appropriate for you. So if you haven't had clearance from a medical practitioner to say that you are okay and able to take on board gentle exercise without, again, that being a detriment to your health, or if you're not sure and you haven't had any advice to say yes or no either way, then it's really important that you contact your health practitioner just to make sure that this workout is for you. Enjoy the programme. Welcome back. Here we are at the warm-up stage of your workout. So some of you may need to use the chair just for a little bit of support, and I will show you options with or without. So right here I'm just going to come into a little bit of a march. So the whole point of the warm-up is just to prepare your body for all of the good stuff that's coming your way. So right here with the chair, if you're using the chair and you need a bit of stability, you're going to have that chair right in front of you. I'm going to move the chair to the side so you can see my feet, but I will bring that back whenever I think it's necessary. So right here, I'm going to just take little heel dips. And again, some of you just may need the chair for a little bit of balance with that. Shoulders are back, abdominals are braced. So I'm just getting a little bit of movement through the heels. Fantastic. And then I go back to my march and I take shoulder rolls. None of this has to be in time for the music. None of it has to be synchronised. You're in your own space, in your own environment. Unless you've got a panel of strictly judges hiding around the corner, this is all about you. You work out in a way that feels comfortable and suitable for you. We're starting to make the march a little bit bigger and the shoulder rolls just a little bit bigger. Fantastic. So now I'm going to go back to those heel taps, but instead of the heels, I'm tapping through the toes. Now you could do that at half this speed, and again, you don't have to have the support, some of you won't need it. Brilliant, let's keep going for a little while with this. So I'm standing tall. If I have the support, I'll have that in front of me. And I'm just pointing the toes a little bit, just trying to get a little bit of movement around the ankles. Fantastic. So here we go again, we're coming back into the march, so I march. Brilliant. So now I'm going to come into a bicep curl. So all of the stuff that I'm doing with my arms now is just to prepare myself for all of the moves that are going to come a little bit later. I'm going to go for a few more of these. So again, I'm trying to maintain good posture. Fantastic. 4 more right here. We're going for 4, 3. Great job. And now we're going to go into a step tap. So I go step, tap, step, tap, step, tap. And now I speed that up. Step, tap. So some of you, it will just be, it doesn't need to be in time, doesn't need to be in time with me, but you're moving side to side. Some of you will go a little bit bigger with that. Fantastic. Some of you, again, just may need a little bit of support. Look at this camera angle. How big does that chair look like? It looks like I'm a borrower, doesn't it? Stay with that. Brilliant. So we're just moving side to side in a way that feels comfortable for you and at a speed that feels just right for you. So now the arms, we go march, we're going out and down. Now notice, for those of you that love music, I'm not particularly working with the beat. It's not important right now. Yes. Great, I stay with that. So again, I'm just getting a little bit of movement through the shoulders. How are we doing? We'll just do a few more of these. Try and still stand up tall. Don't forget to hydrate, take water whenever you want to. And now we're going back to the heels. So just heel dips, just like we did at first. I'm pulling the toes back a little bit more. And again, I may need the side for support. Fantastic. So just getting a little bit more movement through. Some of you might want to bring hips in. Up to you, you know who you are. And then a step tap. So it's step tap. So remember, it can be slower. It can be a little bit bigger. It's up to you. Just starting to bring your body temperature up, your heart rate up. Great. So right here, I'm going to take a tap behind. So again, not worrying about the music. Your foot's going behind. Let me show you sideways on. So again, some of you may have a little bit of balance in front of you. And I'm tapping back. It can be much slower, just to get some movement through my hips. Yeah. Some of you disco daves might be going for it. It's up to you. Now back just to a step tap. Brilliant. So, are you starting to feel a little bit warmer yet? I hope so. We've got 4 more counts like this. 4, 3, 2, and now I'm going to march. And I'm going to bring the arms up in front, and then I push back. So I bring the arms out in front, and then I push back, look from the side. So I'm just pushing forward with a slight bend in my elbows. So I breathe out as I push forwards, breathe in on the way back. What am I doing? I'm getting lots of movement through my shoulders. When I push back, I'm not pushing back that much, let my shoulders come up. I'm keeping the shoulders down. Brilliant. And now we're going to go back to a step. Step, tap, step, tap. So it's small, and it can be much slower. Now I'm going to have a go at 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Again, with my partner here. 1, 2. How big does that chair look? I feel like I'm 4 years old stood behind this. So again, just 2 steps. Stay with that. That's terrific. We go again. So just 2 steps. I'm not worried about the upper body. Got lots of stuff coming from that. 1 thing at a time. Yes. Again. 4, 3, 2, and now we're coming for that march. Now this time my palms are facing down. I lift, and then I push back. So I lift, and then I push back. So I'm breathing out as I lift, breathing in as I push back. So I'm not swinging the arms, and the palms are facing behind me, which is different from the version that I just did. Brilliant. We go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now I am going to grab my chair. And I'm going to use this for a bit of balance. And I'm going to come into some stretches. So I'm going to take my left foot out in front of me. I bend my back knee and I lean forward to feel a stretch in the back of the leg. You stay there. Let me show you from the side. So from the side, my back knee's bent. And I'm just leaning forward enough to take a stretch. Some of you may be able to go bigger with that, so you can draw your toes back. Yes. So you should feel that through the back of the legs. You might feel it to your lower back and your bum a little bit. And then we change sides. So again, there's no rush to do any of this. Work at your own time. So we're going to just take one leg forward. And then for some of you, draw that toe back. And you're bending that back knee. The knee should feel under pressure, neither should your back. So feeling stretch. Try not to push on the knee. Brilliant. The next stretch is to stretch your calf and back of the legs again. So you stay facing me. You're going to have the chair in front of you, just show you from the side view. And I'm going to push the heel back. And I bend my front knee to feel a stretch through the calf. And I've drawn my shoulders back a little bit. Fantastic. So feeling the stretch through the lower part of my leg. And then I'm going to do exactly the same thing on the side. So the heels back, I bend my knee, and again feeling that stretch through the lower part of my body, through the calf. Nice job. Now the next exercise, or the next stretch should I say, some of you may need to adapt. So let me show it to you and then you choose. So right here, here's the first one. I draw the heel up. So those of you with knee twinges, you're going to find that's really uncomfortable. So what I'm going to get you to do instead is to split your feet. And if anyone remembers Frankie Howard, you're going to tilt your tailbone under. And you're looking to do a stretch through the front of the leg. So there's my option one. If you've got a towel, that might help. Put it around your ankle. And let's try that again the other side. So option one is just to take hold and pull back. Option two, tailbone under. Yes. Fantastic. So next stretch, I'm going to take the hands out in front and imagine that I've got just a big beach ball in front of me and I'm just hugging that. The elbows are slightly bent. I'm going to start moving the feet again. So I'm going to start to elevate my heart rate a little bit. Yeah. And then you're going to take the hands behind you. If that feels too tight, just place your hands on your hips and just squeeze the elbows back. And that'll still give you a nice stretch through the chest. So we are doing interval training, so you are nicely warmed. You will need your hand weights, your mushy peas, or your tennis balls. Take time to grab a drink right now and move into... How are we doing, team? You came back. That's all good news. When people come back after the warm-up, then that's only going to be a good sign. So you can probably hear the music's getting a little bit more serious now, and so are we. You still work at your own pace. So the first thing I want you to do is to re-elevate that heart rate and make sure you stay nice and warm. So right here we're going to march. I'm going to bring the arms in a little bit, but you can be using the side for balance if you want to. And we start to lift the knees a little bit higher. Yes. Fantastic. So we're going to start to go for it just a little bit more now. Are you ready? That's a rhetorical question. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to walk forwards. So I'm going to walk forwards and then I'm going to walk back. Excellent. And again I'm going to walk forwards. I was up all night putting this together and I'm going to walk back. So again, for some of you it may be walking forwards and walking back, yes? Some of you just might need that little bit of support. If you've got 2 chairs, yes? 2 chairs, up to you. Some of you will walk forward and walk back. Yes, up to you. So some of you are walking forward just that little bit quicker. Not me. I'm going to slow down. So I'm going to walk forwards and then just make sure I'm okay before I go all the way back again. Brilliant. So I'm walking forwards, then I'm going to hold on tight for a little while, and then I'm walking back. How are we doing so far? So you're going to do a few more of those. So I'm walking forwards, and walking back. This music's getting a little bit funky now, isn't it? Really go again. Brilliant. So now you're going to pick up your weights. So you're going to keep the legs moving a little, and then we stop. So we bicep curl and back. So for some of you, you'll be able to keep the legs moving. If you can, that would be brilliant. If not, this way. So if you stand still and you start to feel lightheaded, that is not a good thing. So it's an indicator you need to keep your legs moving a little bit. So if you start to get a little bit lightheaded, all you do is you stop and you go back for a march, and then you do the movement without resistance. So you start to feel uncomfortable, you go without weights. In a perfect world, you're keeping the feet moving as well as the arms. Okay, but you've got a few choices there, so I'm going to reiterate that. If you find it hard to do the 2 at one time, if you stand still and feel giddy, that's not good. So you lose resistance, and you keep your legs moving. Keeping your legs moving is your priority. We've got a few more. So if you get to the point where I'm still going, because I do go on a bit, if you noticed, you can just keep the legs moving. Grab a drink as long as it's not a cup of tea and biscuit. That's not allowed. Okay? So we're just going to do a couple more of these. When I said a couple, I had my fingers crossed. I always do. One more to go. Excellent. Quick drink of water, the weights go down. And now again, some of you will have the chair and we start to step side to side. This sounds a little bit bigger now, have you noticed? Some of you won't need the chair at all. Fantastic. And some of you might want to go a little bit bigger. You know what you can manage. You know your body's better than anybody else. I'm going to double up, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 1, 2. This is way funkier than I imagined this music, but hey, if you can't go along with a bit of funky music every now and again, life's just not worth living, is it? So you can, remember, you can use the chair in front, you can do singles. Singles would be like this, so you don't have to work with the big. So you are just moving at a pace that feels good for you. I'm going to keep going with this. So we're just going to do a few more. So you're standing real tall. And I'm going to keep this going just for a few more minutes. A few more minutes? That would be mean, wouldn't it? How about a few more seconds? Yes. I'm going for 4 more. 4, 3, yes, 2, and then I'm going to march. I'm going to grab some more water, and I'm grabbing my weights right now. So just as before, ideally you're going to keep your legs moving. So I'm going out for 2, and in for 2. So this is called a dumb waiter. So the idea that we're working into your posture muscles, but it shouldn't feel massively uncomfortable for your neck or shoulders. Watch. When I open, the hands are just very slightly forward of the body. Yeah? So, keep going. So your options are without a weight. But I do want you to try and keep your legs moving. Yeah? If you find that difficult, then no problem. You can go without the leg movement, but remember, if you start to feel giddy, lightheaded, or you really need to move your feet, yeah. We go again. We take it out. I'm going to move my feet because I just can't stop anyway. So we're going for 6 more. You can hold me to that. 5. In my real-time classes, I always say 6 more, then I keep people chatting, and then I stick a few more at the end. But I know that you guys are going to be keeping your eye on me, aren't you? You'll just pause me if you're backing up and forward the last few, won't you? Excellent. So those weights are going down. More water. And I'm just going to turn sideways onto this. So right here, I'm going for a little kick. So I'm actually kicking the legs behind. Now, if I was going full range, some of you will, I'd bring the heel right onto my bottom. So I'm placing the weight in one leg, then the other. So let me show you from the front. So there's lots going on. Each time I lift from side to side, I'm actually working on a little bit of leg strength. Now, if you find that's a bit uncomfortable, then you can tap behind. And if you don't want to tap behind, then just go back to just walking forwards, holding for a little while, and walking back, yes? So you've got quite a few options there. But I'm going to go with that, just so you can take a little look at it. So right here, I'm taking the curl. So there's my little version. There's my bigger version. Here's my front on version. And here's my look no hands version. Yeah. Some of you will feel that through the front of the legs, because what's happening, each time you're working your hamstring, the muscles at the front of the legs are stretching. So don't worry if you really feel it through the front of the legs, you just come back in for a march. So I'm just going to take us through a few more counts with that. It's up to you. You've got the chair for support. Some of you might want to go a little bit bigger. You decide. I'm going to take you for 4 more counts right here. 3 more. Yes. 2. And then back into a march. Now to release your hips, because we were doing quite a lot for your hips there, I want you to take the heels out in front. And again, you might need just a little bit of support there. So not worried about the music speed, just taking the heel out in front. Yes, great job. So just catching my breath. If we want to grab some water, grab some now. Because we've got some serious upper body work coming your way. I won't be getting any thank you postcards after this next bit. So, with or without weights. Some of you will probably need to go without weights for this one. I don't know, you know. So we come for a march. So I'm going to take my arms, as in I surrender. You might do after this. Right here, I push and down, push and down, push and down. Now it may be, for various reasons, that for some of you pushing overhead is appropriate. Inappropriate is inappropriate. So your version is just to take the arms out to the side. Now with the weights, right here, push and down, push. So some of you may feel that you need to stop marching. If you do, I know I keep repeating myself, but it's worth repeating. You put down the weights and keep your legs moving instead. Yeah? So again, I'm not going for millions of these. If you want to, you can just hit rewind. But I'm guessing that you probably won't. Even I've had enough of these now. So we're going for 4, 3, feet moving if you can, 2, and 1. And then we're just going to roll off through the shoulders. Brilliant. We're into our last move now. So, still keeping the heart rate up. And it doesn't matter about the timing. Yeah, I know for some of you the music is just right. For others it might be a little bit fast, so you just work at your own pace. So notice I've gone really slow to accommodate the fact that I'm lifting my knees. Some of you will be perfectly fine here, but again it may be that your hips get tired after some time. So, if you want to use the chair for support, I would recommend the chair to one side for this. And some of you might need 2. And again, you're working at your own pace. Yeah. So, some of you may be really comfortable going for that. If you've got any hip problems, again, it's repetitive, but it does what it says on the tin. So you're going to walk forwards, and then you're going to walk back. Some of you might walk forwards and back a little bit faster, yes? Remember, that's your alternative though. Lift and lower. So there's your less aggressive. My version. I'm going to go a little bit faster. I'm not going as fast as the music speed though. I don't want to do that to myself. Someone else might want to do that to me, but I'm not. I don't want to. I'm going for 8 more music counts. So again, some of you may not need the support or the balance. Fantastic. I'm going for 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and then we're going to march that out. And then I'm going to take a little walk forwards and back. So I'm going, walk it and hold it. Walk it back and hold it. Walk it back and stay here. You can walk back and forth at your own pace. We've just got 1 more upper body exercise for you to do. I've got something really, really nasty for your lower body. How about that? pull back and release. I pull back. Okay, so as I pull back, I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together. So it's a breath out as I pull back, a breath in on the return. Now again, you might feel that that's just a bit too much for your shoulders. So squeeze. So the muscles we're working right now are your posture muscles. So it's a breath out as I pull back, breath in on the return. Breath out as I pull back, breath in on the return. I've got 8 more counts, so I'm going for 8. So if your neck and your shoulders start to feel really tired, lose the weight. Brilliant. So here they come, your last 4. You might not need them, so I'm going for 4 and release. 3, 2 more, 2 more. 2, 1 more time. Yeah, fantastic. And then we're just going to go for that march and just loosen up around the shoulders. So now, here comes your big challenge. The one you've been waiting for. So leg strength. So now, I'm going to take my feet to about hip width apart. I'm going to turn sideways out so you can see. So I've got the chair in front for balance, and I'm just going to do a little knee bend. So it's knee bend and lift. So just got a little bit of movement. I'm trying to keep my heels down. Try not to let the heels come up. If the heels come up, you're going to get so much pressure through your knees. So just go a little bit wider. So you're sticking your bum out. I know it's attractive. Again, so we're going back and lift. So I'm going back and lift. Some of you will come all the way down, and some of you may not need the chair. So keep going with that. So while you keep squatting, if all of those options are a no for you, they might be. Right here, I'm going to come to the edge of the chair, and all of the weight, keep squatting, keep bending those knees, the weight's in my heels. So I'm just going to push and then back down. And I'm going to use my arms for a little bit of momentum. And then when I fall back, I'm not going to fall anywhere but on my chair. For some of you, you'll come all the way up. So let's go for 4 more, 4 more. Stick with your option. 3, doesn't have to be big. 2 more. 2, 1 to go. 1. And you're done. And we've marched. Right, this is very important. This is the best bit. Do you know why? It's the end. Well done. Fantastic. Nice job, folks. So I'm just going to take a step tap, just nice and easy, just to ease my legs off. And just take a real deep breath. Great. And now I'm going to come for a march. I'm going to take my hands out in front and I'm going to stretch through my upper back. If you want to stand still, you can. And again, if you feel a little bit giddy, keep your legs moving. Just like at the beginning, I'm just stretching through my upper back. So now I'm going to walk forward and back. So I walk forward, hold it right here, and walking back. And I'm holding it right here again. I'm walking forward, and I'm holding it right here, and I'm walking back. Brilliant. So I'm going to take a stretch of the upper body. Here we go. There it is. Fantastic. And then from here, I'm going to take a stretch of my front of my legs. So do you remember earlier, it was either this way or this way. For some of you, it was one leg forward, one leg back. Push your hips forward. It was a bit John Travolta, that, wasn't it? And change sides. I have been known to sport a white suit myself from time to time. So either that way or that way. Yeah, fantastic. And And now here, I'm going to take the one leg forward and lean to feel the stretch in the back of the leg. Remember, if you're comfortable with that, you can draw the foot up towards you. Keep the hands to the top of the hips. And then we change sides. So again, feeling that stretch all the way through the back of the leg. And then we're going to go back stretching through the back of the leg into the calf. So I use the wall or a chair for a bit of balance and I push the heel back. And I'm feeling a real good stretch through the calf, the shoulders back and down. And then exactly the same thing, the opposite side. So I push the heel down, bend into the front thigh, feeling that stretch all the way through my calf. Brilliant. And then I'm going to take a deep breath in. I'm going to reach all the way up and all the way back down. And again, just take the hands to the hips and behind, just pull the shoulders back and down. This next bit is really important. If you don't get this next bit right, then you might as well have just not bothered doing the workout. You place your hands over your abdominals, hands into your back, bend your knees and take a bow.